Topic for today on Bleeding Edge Youth is body image. What is body image? Body image simply is how we perceive or see ourselves. Simply put, how we perceive ourselves. That's what body image is. Now, there is what we call a distorted body image or a negative body image. What's the difference between just talking about body image and talking about a distorted body image? That comes about, distorted body image comes about when somebody has an unrealistic view of his or her body. Now, I said this earlier on, I'm going to repeat it again. This is usually seen in girls and women. But guess what? Men have it too. Boys have it too. But we women, we're a little more expressive than men. So it makes it look like we have it more. But it goes, it spans both genders. And so it's just a negative way, an unrealistic way of how someone sees their body. Now, what are the causes of a distorted body image or a negative body image? It's something that builds up from childhood. It's as simple as that, but as deep-rooted as that as well. You can see a 3-year-old boy and say, oh, what a chubby little boy. Chubby, the key word. Now, that wasn't a negative thing. Could have been chubby. But by the time, over and over again, the boy hears, boy, you eat. Look at your cheeks. See how thick your arms are. Look at your butt. That kind of begins to take root and grows with the kid. So it starts from childhood pretty much. And again, you know that as we grow into our teenage years, we begin to be aware of body attractiveness, of our health, our acceptance in the community, and all of that. And by the time you are aiming to be accepted, it's only natural. We're social beings. You want to be accepted, but then on the other hand, your sister, your brother, your friend, your dad, your coach is telling you, girl, you need to lose that weight. Come on. You're folding over on your side. So now it's gone from the cute little chubby boy or chubby girl to, boy, you eat a lot, to you need to lose that weight. And everything put together, if care is not taken, the person can begin to look at their body like there's something wrong. And this is the most fundamental and the biggest cause of having a negative body image. And pretty much everything that surrounds that, feedback from your parents, feedback from your friends, feedback from your siblings, feedback from your coach. These are the people you spend most of your time with. And by the time you hear this over and over again, it may become a problem for some people. So these are the basic causes of it. Doesn't that sound simple enough? But boy, it's impactful and it's deep-rooted, because these are people you literally grew up with. Now, what are the signs and symptoms? How can you tell that this is not just me being concerned about, a little bump here or there, and it's having a frank negative perception of my body? Well, when you are obsessively scrutinizing yourself in the mirror, that might be a red flag. Another thing is when you're thinking disparagingly about your body, you look at your thigh, and the first words that come out of your mouth are, boy, what ugly wrinkled thigh I have. That might not be as simple or funny as it sounds. It might be a red flag that you're tending towards not being able to accept or even not seeing yourself accurately anymore. You may not be seeing yourself accurately anymore. Also, when you're frequently comparing yourself with stars on TV, models, friends, and especially when you look at them and what you feel is envy, what you feel, you're mad within you for them looking as good as they are. Or maybe you look at them and you can't even bring yourself to say, what a lovely dress you have on. Well, that looks good on you. It may be a red flag. You may need to stop and think, do you have a negative body image of yourself? Now, what are the effects this can cause? It's not as simple as it sounds. It's one thing to have it, but it can show up in other ways, in other parts of your life. One of which is feeling of insecurity. You are amongst your friends. If you're not careful with a distorted body image, you just find out that constantly you're gravitating towards the bottom. You're constantly gravitating towards the back of the row. You might not even notice you're doing it, but guess what? It is what it is. And this is a big problem. This is something that can bud from having a negative body image. Another thing is eating disorders, bulimia, anorexia. When you constantly think there's something wrong with your body, and if you just move around, change how you eat, not eat so much, maybe that will work. It might become a problem. And do you know people die from anorexia? People die from, do you even realize that? So it's something to watch out for. Also, it can cause anxiety. And anxiety sometimes doesn't fly alone. How do you explain somebody, having a negative body image of themselves so badly they allow themselves into to bringing in anxiety. Anxiety doesn't fly alone. With anxiety, you're beginning to talk about panic attacks, about even depression. So let's be careful. And you know what? This is also where I talk to people. It might not be you. You might think, I don't have it, but I know someone who does. This is why we need to be careful of how we talk to people, how we talk about people, how we talk about how people look. We need to also be positive about each other to help each other out. Now, there's nothing wrong with getting treatment. Matter of fact, if it's a deep-rooted thing in you, you're better off getting treatment. And the two main things that I read about as treatment, I read about cognitive behavioral therapy, which is where you see a specialist that will actually help you identify, own the fact that you have that issue, and kind of rework how you see and how you speak about your body, such that you begin to accept yourself again. Let me say this though. This is not to say that there aren't people that can work on their bodies, especially if you're someone who is obese. It's not even healthy. It's okay to want to shed that weight and to want to help yourself. All right. Another thing that I read about, interestingly, as a treatment is dance. Can you imagine? Dance, and it makes sense, in accepting one's body. So they call it dance and move therapy. So my thoughts on this is, it's okay if you know someone, or if you just recognize that you might be suffering from this. What is not okay is for you not to get help. Do get help. And for people that just know people, if this is not a problem that you have, let's watch how we talk to other people. Let's watch how we characterize people. Let's be sensitive enough to build each other up, not tear each other down. Remember, you are a bleeding edge youth, meaning you're the next best mind. Okay, let's keep it going on Facebook. If you have any questions, come on, send me a message on Facebook. Send it in. It's private. All right? The message comes to me privately. And if you want me to answer you anonymously, that can be done. And just get the conversation started. Invite your friends. I think this is all good for all of us. Again, I hope the boys are watching this also. And you know that it is not about girls or boys. It's about us. We're on Twitter too. Bleeding Edge 16. Bleeding Edge 16. All right, tweet with us. Okay, Instagram, follow us on Instagram. Till I see you again, I hope you go out and win. All right, take care. and God bless you.